Hey guys, welcome back to Brand New Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make some comfort food. So in my Substack, which if you're not a member, please, I'll leave a link down below. Come check it out. It's all free. There is a paid option, but that's up to you. But anyway, on my Substack, we've been talking about Dr. Ornish's book, Undo It, his 4 pillars. Eat well, move more, stress less, and love more. With the Eat Well, we've also been discussing Atomic Habits, the book by James Clear. And he has 4 rules, which is make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. So this meal I'm going to make today is all 4 of those. Well, actually, the obvious part, there's my fruit. That's something I wrote about a couple days ago. Make it obvious right here where you can see it. But the make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying, that's what we're going to make today. So this meal, this recipe, if you want to call it that, is something I used to eat when I was a kid. There was this little corner diner down on the corner of the street on my way to school. And it was a tiny little diner. It had 7 or 8 bar stools on the old-fashioned counter and like 2 booths. And it was a grill. It was a grill. So lots of fried food. But they made something, it was my absolute favorite. They called it a beef Manhattan. What that is, it's a Midwestern dish, by the way. It's a roast beef sandwich. They would cut it diagonal and split it apart with a big scoop of mashed potatoes in the middle, and they would smother the whole thing in gravy. So, yeah, that's my comfort food. I love that. So with my whole blog for the last 18 years, I've tried to make foods like that. My familiar foods, my comfort foods. You just got to figure out a way to make them healthier. So with this, I'm going to leave the roast beef out. I'm going to substitute that with some leftover veggies and maybe some mushrooms. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, leave them out. It's fine. You don't need them. But I'm going to add them. And we're going to make some gravy. So you got gravy, bread, potatoes, and in my case, vegetables and mushrooms. It's super simple. The gravy is going to take like 5 minutes. Potato in the microwave is going to take like 4 minutes. And you got lunch. And it's so satisfying. It's so comforting to me. Yeah, it's gravy. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but if it'll help keep you eating the way that we all do, one more day, one more meal, I think it's all worth it. And so yeah, we're going to make beef Manhattans today, or should I say no beef Manhattans. And really the recipe is going to be for the gravy. So I'm going to move the camera probably over to the stove. We'll make some gravy. I'll show you how I do it. And we'll put together our beef Manhattan. So let's do that. All right, so I got a little 2-quart saucepan here. The first thing I'm going to do is add my dry ingredients for my gravy. And they are 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. Now, if you're gluten-free, I have heard of people making this exact same recipe with like oat flour, rice flour. Experiment. I think it'll work fine. I'm using whole wheat flour. To that, I'm going to add, let me grab my whisk, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and a full teaspoon of onion powder. And I've got 2 tablespoons of nooch, nutritional yeast. What I'm going to do is get this mixed together. I'm going to turn the burner on low. I want to toast this. How will you know when it's done? This is whole wheat. It'll smell like toast. So when you smell the toast cooking, you know that this is ready to add the liquid to. Now while my water is heating up, I have 2 cups of water in the microwave, getting all nice and hot. While that's happening, this is going to be the base for the gravy. This is a better than bouillon product. It's organic. It's called seasoned vegetable base. I buy mine at Costco. It is reduced sodium. This is the base for the gravy. And the way this stuff works, it's a really thick paste. And you take 1 teaspoon of this, add it to 1 cup of boiling water, and you have 1 cup of broth. So I have my water, again, 2 cups in the microwave. It should be done here in just a second. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of this paste, and that'll be my broth. Then we're going to doctor it up a little bit. Okay, there's our water. It's hot. Doesn't have to be boiling, just hot water. So there's 1 teaspoon. I was talking to one of my readers, one of my Substack readers, a friend of mine, the other day, and she told me her husband used to drink this gravy right out of the gravy boat. It's funny. Okay, there's our veggie broth. And I said we're going to doctor this up. What I'm going to add is a couple tablespoons of soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce. 1, 2. And I usually eyeball this, but you can use a measuring spoon if you want. 1/2 teaspoon of good old-fashioned yellow mustard. And 1 more ingredient, and that's it for the gravy. Now this is optional. I like to use it. It's called kitchen bouquet. All it's going to do is add a really rich, dark color to our gravy. If I can get the lid off. That lid is glued shut. There we go. Half a teaspoon. And that's everything you need to make gravy, believe it or not. See how dark that is? That's that kitchen bouquet. So now all we have to do is wait for our dry ingredients over there on the stove to get toasty. When you smell it, you'll know. And then you add this. That's it. You have gravy. So this will probably be considered a brown gravy, not a green gravy, not a sausage gravy. I do have recipes for those on my blog, but this is old-fashioned brown gravy. And like I said, you just want to toast this whole wheat flour and the other dry ingredients we added until you smell it. You don't want to burn it for sure, so be careful. Keep a close watch. When you smell toast, you know it's ready. So basically, the body of the gravy is going to be this broth that we doctored up, and the whole wheat flour is going to be the thickener. Super easy, comes together in minutes, and it's so good on just about anything. Pour it over your rice, pour it over your soy curls. I actually haven't tried it over tofu. I bet that would be good. But yeah, make foods that you like, your comfort foods. Find ways to make them vegan, make them plant-based. And that's how you stay eating this way as long as I have, which will be 18 years in November. Long time. All right, I'm starting to smell this. Yeah. So let's go ahead, pour this in. See if I can do this without making a mess. Oh, nope, made a mess. Always do. Don't know why it's so hard to pour something out of a measuring cup that has a little spout and it still goes everywhere. All right. Give us a really good whisk. We don't want any lumps in our gravy. Nobody likes lumpy gravy. And once it starts to thicken, it's done. Just like that. Now, I said I was going to add mushrooms, so this is my hack. While that's heating up, I've got a can of mushrooms that I opened. I'm using canned mushrooms because they're so easy and convenient. No chopping. I did rinse them and drain them. And just like that, you got mushroom gravy. Again, if you're not a mushroom fan, just leave them out. It's no big deal. The gravy will be good without it. Who doesn't love gravy? So while the gravy is coming to a boil and while it thickens, let's get the rest of our meal together. So mashed potatoes is typically what's used in this recipe. You can use mashed potatoes if you want. You can use instant mash, those little packets if you want, whatever you like. I've got a russet. I'm just going to heat this guy up. This is my potato express bag. I love this thing. Thank you, Kay. It's very well used. This was a gift from a fan a long time ago. You put your potato in here, you fold over the flap, you microwave it for 4.5 minutes, and it steams your potato perfectly. All right, let's go to the assembly line. So we're going to make a veggie sandwich, basically. Again, with the authentic, traditional beef Manhattan, you use roast beef for your sandwich. I'm going to use veggies. You can use portobello mushrooms sliced up. They would be really good. You could use seitan, if you like seitan. That would be really good. This is a messy sandwich, by the way, with the veggies. But that's okay. I know it tastes good. And then I'm going to cut this diagonally, just like they did the beef, the roast beef. My potato will be done here in just a minute. So you split them apart, kind of like that. Again, a big scoop of mashed potatoes would go in the middle. I'm going to use a whole russet potato, which is just as good to me. And that should be done here any second. And then you smother this in gravy. And that is a no beef Manhattan. All right, let's get our potato right here in the middle. I'm going to open this up a little bit. Kind of like that. Maybe I'll chop it up a little bit more. However you want to do it. And now the fun part, gravy. And with those added mushrooms. And just smother it. Smother it. I don't know about you guys. That's comfort food to me. For the icing on a cake, a little black pepper. Oh. It's easy. It's familiar to me. I know it's satisfying because I've had this a million times. It's attractive too, even though it's brown and bread and potatoes. It's attractive to me because I know it tastes good. And I can't wait to dig into this. So I'm going to move the camera and dig in. All right, guys, here you go. No beef Manhattan. One of my favorite meals as a kid. I can picture myself walking down the street to that corner grill to meet my mom. She'd usually be there waiting for me, and after school, and this would be my dinner. Brings back a lot of good memories. I don't know what I want first. A piece of that bread, some gravy, potatoes. Mm. There's a little taste of home right here. Completely vegan, completely plant-based, no oil. To me, this fits the bill. This is perfect. So hope you enjoy the recipe. If you never had a beef banana before, try this. You really might like it. If you haven't tried my gravy before, try that. It's really easy, really good. And yeah, happy Wednesday. We'll see you in a couple days for another recipe. Until then, eat some good food. This is Chuck from Brand New Vegan. Thanks for watching. Oh, go to my Substack, subscribe.